Hey folks, we're coming to you from on top of the Cup and Saucer Hiking Trail on Manitoulin Island. It's the highest point on Manitoulin, just outside of Chiging First Nation. You're watching our highlight episode of Fuel the Fire TV. Stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Life offers no guarantees, but the one thing that we've learned for sure is that the time we have is indeed precious. The more time we spend with family, with friends, and with nature can make the difference between living a good life and living a great one. Join us on our quest to be participants rather than observers, to learn from our mistakes, to share our successes and our failures as we spend all the time we have chasing our dreams, fueling our passion, and fueling our fire in the great outdoors.
Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by Closed captioning for Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by Island Sunrise Cottages, Fishing and Hunting Outfitters.
Hey folks, welcome back to Fuel the Fire TV. This is our last episode for season 1. We're out here on a bear hunt. It's a fall bear hunt with our good friend John Pradum. Now he set up this bait for us. We came in about 3 weeks ago and he was able to, with Darcy and I, and he was able to get it all set up. It's an old bear site for him that he used to bait, really successful, and he's pretty confident that we'll get on a good bear here. In this episode though, we're going to show you some highlights, some of our favorites, some footage that we did get to see, that you guys got to see, and some that we didn't get to air. So one of my favorite pieces of footage is my biggest deer to date that Diane and I were hunting, and it was at my friend Dave's farm in Takama, Ontario, and he's a real good deer. Okay, just wait. Okay. Okay, that was neat. He's just a little guy though. He might be, what do you figure, 100 pounds? Yeah, pretty tiny. He's just a tiny guy, but he looks way bigger at 10 yards. Anyway, one of my most favorite pieces of footage that we've got in season 1 was my best whitetail to date. We're gonna check out some of that footage. It was just a fantastic buck that scored close to 150, 8.5 years old. And it was all because Dave called me and said, come out and take this deer. Let's check it out. Okay, this guy's good, Mama. You gotta get him. We gotta get him. Tell me when you're on him. He's gotta stop. Oh my God. I got him. He's a monster.
How come you didn't let me shoot him?
I'm sorry, I couldn't let you shoot that deer. He's a giant.
He's a giant. He is an old deer. Look at how old this deer is. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's all just mass. I can't thank Dave and Shelba enough.
And this is a phenomenal deer in my mind. I mean, it's just, this is it. This is, it's just crazy.
That was an awesome deer, Neil. You know, some of the favorite footage that I have is with my family. My wife shot a Jake this year, but you know, her emotions just got to her after she pulled the trigger. She's in a stressful job, and turkey hunting is one of the things she loves. It just, it really sunk in my heart to see how emotional she got. And not to mention the shot. Like, she really did a number on that bird. Let's check out that footage. That was awesome. I think he was like 10 yards when she pulled the trigger. He was right on top of you guys. Check this out.
Oh my! He was taking forever to come into the decoy.
This segment of Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by North Meridian Enterprises.
Welcome back to Fuel the Fire TV. You know, some of the footage that I didn't get to show this year was actually our biggest salmon, and I got it with the girls, with Diane and Darcy and Aspen, during the salmon derby. It was a 17-pound salmon, still out of contention, but it was a great fight, and we had a lot of fun catching this fish. It was just it was a hog, and it fought like the dickens. So we're gonna check that out real quick.
This is gonna be a salmon.
Am I clearing this?
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a good fish, Bubba. He's gonna get caught up in those other lines, I think. Here, as you can see, he's a screamer. He's taking a bunch of line. This is gonna be a good fish, I'm pretty sure. Let's take that outside line off that one. We got a salmon on here. This is a good fish. This is a real good fish. Yeah, grab the net. I'm gonna try and bring him to this side. He's gonna be right here. Oh yeah. This is a real good fish, folks. I'm hoping 10 pounds. One stab. One stab. Get underneath them. Okay, good. You got him. Okay, bring him in slowly. All right, there's our first salmon of the derby. This is a real good fish for sure.
We forgot to turn on the audio. It was a great fish. The Manitoulin Expositor Salmon Classic runs for 4 weeks next year. The whole month of August, $30,000 in prizes. You gotta come and check this out. It's a ton of fun. You know, it's just great catching fish and watching the girls, even if it's those pink salmon that you know, don't put up a great fight, but it's good for them to reel in and get some of that action. One thing that we didn't share with you was a great recipe for the Wild Game Kitchen that we shot at Gardens Gate Restaurant with Rose. You guys have to try salmon this way.
Hey folks, welcome to this week's Wild Kitchen segment. We're here at Gardens Gate Restaurant. So we're gonna turn it over to Rose and she's gonna work her magic.
So first of all, we need 2/3 cup of mayo, two of those.
2 of those.
Will work probably.
In here?
Yep, throw them in there.
Okay, that's 1.
1, perfect. And we don't measure exactly.
Oh, perfect. Okay, 2. Because I can't do fractions very well.
No, it's too complicated. Dijon mustard.
Dijon mustard.
We're going to use half a cup.
Half a cup.
You can easily use any other kind of mustard you like, but I like Dijon because it's got crunchies in it. It makes you actually chew.
Could you use Grey Poupon?
Yeah, any kind of mustard you like, but this is one of my favorites.
Dijon mustard.
We'll throw the Dijon mustard in there. Ta-da. Okay, then chives, which come out of my flower beds.
You chopped them?
I chopped them. The purple flowers you can always add too because it adds a little bit of color.
Oh, nice. So just like a pinch?
No. Let's add about half of that, I think.
Half of it?
Oh, God. Yes.
Okay.
Herbs, lots of them.
Oh, nice.
Then parsley, fresh out of the garden. So I'll add all of that.
All of it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, now, my favorite all-time cooking with is garlic.
Yes, me too.
You too?
Yes.
Now, all of it.
All of it? All of this garlic?
Oh, yeah, throw it in.
Okay, all right, I'll throw it all in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
A little bit of hotness, heat.
Okay, I love hot peppers.
Hot green peppers that I grew in the garden. They're not quite red yet, but you know what? They still have the heat, so throw the whole thing in.
The whole thing.
Yep.
Rose doesn't fool around, folks.
So then, maple syrup.
Maple syrup. Now, this is a special maple syrup. This is batch number 4.
Batch number 4.
That you guys did, right? This is a secret. And we're letting all of you guys know this. It's a secret because we were actually earlier, we were doing shots of maple syrup, both Nano and I, and it's dark. Now explain this, because it looks darker than I would put on my pancakes.
Oh, absolutely. It's the last run that we boil down, and there's something in it that makes it so dark, and the way we boil it is over an old, in a metal pan over an open fire.
Right.
So between the wood ashes and probably everything else, it makes it dark, but also more flavorful, and that's perfect for any kind of cooking you want to do.
Okay. 1,
and you can't lick the spoon after.
2,
okay?
3, 4, 8, and 1 for good measure, 9.
Absolutely. Okay, you gonna lick it?
No, I won't.
Come on, that's fine. I won't. Okay, grated lemon rind. Sharp.
Well, you don't want my...
I thought you were a hunter.
My fingers in there, or...
Oh, nice coating, so when you actually bake the salmon, it's not going to dry out.
Right, we're baking it. At what temperature are we going to bake this at?
About 400.
400.
Yep.
And it's going to be for...
Maybe half an hour.
Half an hour.
You kind of...
Based on the size of the fish?
And the thickness of it.
Oh, like this, okay.
Yeah.
And just put it right in there?
Put it right in there. Look at that. Stir.
Now it's important when you're stirring this to go clockwise. It's a little secret that us chefs have. It gives a little more, right? Is that right, Clock?
I don't know, just however which way you want.
Okay.
Add a bit of salt.
Salt.
And add a bit of pepper. There we go. So then this is going to go over top of it.
Okay.
So if you want to, this will keep easily in your fridge for a week.
Okay. So I got to get out and catch some more fish here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good there?
There we're good. We got it covered, and now we'll put it in the oven.
Awesome. There we go. And we're going to bake it for about 20 minutes, give or take.
Yep.
Yeah, maple syrup. We're on the island, right? You got to have maple syrup on it. So this is Rose Debo from Gardens Gate, and this is the Wild Kitchen.
That's one thing I enjoy, is to eat Rose's cooking. But speaking of an animal or a fish that doesn't read the script, we got so many of them trying to jump out of our hands. It's like fish gone wild. Let's take a look. Yeah, fish gone wild. That's a good one.
I need your help.
An episode for the Manitoulin Expositor.
3 pounds, and I can't believe it. And I bet you this thing is maybe 3 pounds.
They can manage these fish because those big salmon. Let's go.
Oh.
This segment of Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by Wikwemekong Tourism.
Hey folks, welcome back to Fuel the Fire TV. Rob and I are here on a bear hunt, but we're recapping our season 1 and all of our highlights. And one of the pieces of footage that we just had a hard time squeezing into the regular lineup was a piece on our conservation corner. You know, Rob and I, we love fishing for walleye, and we love it when our kids are fishing for walleye. And it's just it's a great fishery up here, but it takes a lot of work. And the United Fish and Game Club partnered with a number of First Nations and with Wabatek Business Development Corporation, and they put together a school micro hatchery program that now Rolly Frappier really works hard at. So this conservation corner is an important piece. We're going to check it out.
The project started because the United Walleye Club has been doing this for many years, and we have community hatcheries and learning centers which are run by clubs and organizations and some First Nations groups. If we can create a school micro hatchery, place them in the classroom, then the school would own it, the kids would take ownership, and the whole community would take ownership. But these are the future. We're going to need these children in the future to be biologists or whatever it is they may turn out to be, to help us to make sure that we've got enough food really to feed the world, right?
You know, conservation is such an important part of what we do, and you know, kudos to those guys for helping us out and getting kids outdoors and helping them fuel their passion and fuel the fire. You know, coming up is moose season, and we're really excited because I'm going to go at it with my bow this year, and I'm going to go at it hard. Now, what's that bear doing? Oh crap. He's going for the GoPro. Yeah. Now our angle for the GoPro is all messed up. If that big bear comes in, we're not gonna have the shot. But the moose footage that we were able to get over the last couple of years when we were shooting season 1, one of my favorite pieces of footage is getting in real close to a young bull, 15 or so yards. That was really cool. It was good footage, and Diane did a fantastic job on the camera. No way that little bear is eating and smashing that bait set like that. There has to be, you know, a bigger bear in here. But you know, some of our favorite footage is of moose. So you and Trevor just had a great opportunity on a crossbow moose. Well, it's pretty cool, that leg twisting coming off. It's awesome. Sometimes when you're trying to do it on video, that's what happens. So
This segment of Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by Great Spirit Circle Trail.
Bigger bear coming. Bigger bear. Easy.
Dude, that was crazy. Yes. We are on the ground at 10 yards
Yeah, that was 10 yards. That bear was half the distance. That bear was 6 yards. Man, that happened fast. That little bear,
Yeah.
he took off,
Yeah.
right? And then right last possible light, I said, we got to do this in the last, like, we got 5 minutes. This guy has to show up, and bang, he did. That's going to be a decent bear. What a way to finish off season 1, folks. This was just awesome. John Purdom set this bait up for us and said there were 2 bear in here for sure. He knew one was a smaller bear,
Yep.
one was a bigger bear, and we're going to go check this out. Oh
I
man,
am
that's
pumped.
it. We're done.
crazy.
Season 1 is going to be finished this weekend. Let's go check him out. What you got?
Check this out. The arrow blew right through this old stump here. Sticking out this way.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Pull it right out of there. Oh yeah, no, that went right through that guy, for sure.
Got a pretty good blood trail coming here. Got a little puddle here. Right on this trail here. Right there, see him? See right there?
Oh yeah.
Any eye shot?
Okay. Yeah. There he is. Hey folks, wow, what a fitting end to season 1. Just fantastic. We're out here, it's the beginning of September. We're a couple of weeks into bear season, and we're getting ready for moose. What do you got to say about that hunt?
It was awesome, you know, the little bear come in right away, made it real exciting. This guy come in, he looked like a giant in the dark. He's still not a bad bear, but I'd like to thank you for being here with me. I'd like to thank John for taking the time to bait this bait for us. It's really appreciated. And I'd like to thank my wonderful wife. It's our anniversary today, and she let me go bear hunting instead of going out for supper with her.
You know, that's fantastic. And it is a tough go, and we are away from our families a lot of the time. We try and bring them and include them, as you guys see in all of our footage. So I'd like to do the same thing and thank my family, Diane and my daughters, Darcy and Aspen. And we really want to thank our sponsors who are able to sponsor us and help us bring this program to you from Ontario. We had a great season 1, and we can't wait for season 2. We're out here fueling our passion and fueling our fire and getting outdoors. We'll see you next season.